Hello trainers, Ganeto here, and today we're having more Great League action with perhaps the best team that you can use for this format. So today we're diving into this open amazing format of Great League with Gligar up in front, which is the biggest winner of the recent move update. At the back we have Medicham and of course Lickitung as our safe switch. So I think that this team is looking pretty scary for a lot of teams only for one reason. It is super general. It can go pretty rough even against its counters. You can see here that against this Sableye we can still go ahead and pressure a lot. Of course we're gonna take a shield in the process, which was weird, but perhaps they want to count on that Sableye for the end game. So over here now they're gonna throw their Dugong, and right after we have the Body Slam for the bait against that Pokemon. I was pretty sure they were gonna go here for the shield because we were getting super close to the Power Whip and they could not risk getting that Power Whip on their Dugong for no reason without debuffing me at least first. So right here I'm just gonna get now to the Power Whip, even resist it, it's still gonna do a lot of damage, and right after we're gonna throw into the battle our Gligar. Gonna get to the RLAs as soon as possible because those Ice Shards are really shredding me apart, and right after Sableye will return into the battle. All I have to do here is of course to bring them to no HP with a simple dig even when I am debuffed. I think that the simple dig will just seal the deal against this Sableye, and we're gonna start off the video in a very good tone. Into the next one now with the Azumarill up in front, and trust me when I say this is the best battle of this season. So let's see how well we can do, because we're having on the switch that Cofagrigus, and for some reason I do not get to the Psychic. I don't know what I was thinking, perhaps I was not paying that much attention, but I remember that after this Ice Punch, which was obviously a mistake, I'm just gonna go ahead and try to snipe them down here with my full focus and the Psychic. Down I go now to those Cyclones. It doesn't matter at all, we can still go in with our Gligar, not revealing our Lickitung yet. All I want to do here is to take those moves, and right after I will just farm down with the wing attacks, as it seems though my opponent decides to switch into their Azumarill, so it all depends on what they have at the back. Seeing that Cofagrigus makes me think that perhaps they have a second ghost type Pokemon, something like a Sableye, so things aren't looking that great. So at this point I'm just gonna get hit by a Nice Beam, and you know what, this is looking kinda good for us. We can still reach to the Power Whip, so let's see how this opponent decides to play this. Down goes the Azumarill in a full shield scenario that they had to spend, but they didn't. At the back they have indeed the double ghost, but unfortunately for us it is gonna be the Frostlass. Hopefully though we can still pressure for those double RLAs, but still have two shields. Down goes one, we still need to take two of those shields out of the way, but we do not have a lot of HP. At this point any trainer would be like, okay, you know what, we lost, right? But guess again, because this opponent decides to go here for the move. All we need to do is to survive one more Powder Snow. We are already there on the double Body Slam, one for the shield, one for the victory. Let's go trainers, this is a fantastic start to the video, and I think that this is also the best battle that I am gonna have this entire season. So yeah, that was pretty amazing. I was never expecting that win at all. Into the next one now, we're having now the Gligar against Medicham. So Medicham is obviously kind of a bad one for our Gligar because of the fact that they have Ice Punch and we need to block it. They can also survive one RLAs if they want to, so yeah, that is kinda bad, but still those RLAs in combination with the wing attacks on the two shield scenario is always gonna be kinda good for us. Anyways, on the switch we're met up with a Lickitung, which might be kinda good for any fighter, but against Medicham the lick damage is absolutely insane, and if they want to they can easily finish us off on the one shield scenario. Right after we have the return of the Gligar, and because of the debuff I'm pretty comfortable by over farming a little bit, and right after throw the RLAs to finish them off. So let's see now what they have at the back, and as their third Pokemon we're gonna see that they have a Carbink. So kinda good news for us here, because here we can absolutely go ahead and smash them down with those digs. All we need is one more dig, and I think that we can actually get it. So here comes the shield from our part. All they have to do is to absolutely farm down, but they cannot because another dig is coming up. They can survive to my surprise, and right after Lickitung can go in. If that is a Moonblast, perhaps we are in a pickle, but instead it is gonna be the Rock Slide, and of course now with that little amount of HP that this Medicham is having, I believe that one Body Slam will be more than enough to finish them off. So yeah, that's gonna be a fantastic battle for our team against Boris into the next one, and we're having a Mew up in front, so definitely not the best lead, but still they want to switch out, and all I have to do here is to go ahead and throw my Medicham right on the perfect spot. So they're gonna get to that Body Slam, which is kinda disturbing for me because still I'm gonna be kinda low, but right here all I have to do is to reach to the Psychic and still finish off that poor Lickitung. They are not gonna block it, and right after we can still reach to the Ice Punch. Did you see that? That was a Volt Switch from that Mew. At the back they have the Umbreon, and obviously this is not the best outcome for my Lickitung, so I cannot switch out yet. Hopefully though that Psychic typing of Mew will be kinda good for us because the Lick damage is just gonna do super effective damage there, and all I have to do at this point is to survive a little bit longer with my Gligar against this Umbreon. Able to reach here to the aerial ace to start getting those shields out of the way, and we have one more to go, but still they can win the race to the next charge attack. I decide to let my Gligar go down here because I know that all I have to do is to survive those moves that they're gonna throw, and with my bulk I'm pretty sure we can do it. So this Lickitung is not fully Excel powered up. We have some weird IVs here, but if you have a high IV one and you do not want to spend all those resources, just go with it. Even a Hundo will be kinda good for you. So right here now this Mew is just gonna go out of the way because we just blocked the Fox Blast, and there is no way at all that they can reach to another one before we farm them down, so this opponent will just back down. Into the next one now. And we're having the Gligar on the mirror. They're gonna take the first aerial ace and now switch out into their Lickitung. So this is looking pretty scary for the end game because they're having a Gligar loaded on energy, and now Lickitung can go in. Can we have the same team here? I do not remember at all, trainers. So yeah, Psychic to lower the defense once again. I was pretty lucky with that option, and right after I'm just gonna block because I know that I can reach to the Ice Punch and finish them off with style. However, I'm gonna get here to the Ice because I know that they can destroy me down if they want to with that Gligar, and I do not like my odds at all if they can farm even more energy. So right here my aerial ace will just take the shield out of them, and then I will try to take some energy on my bulk and of course my Lickitung. So right here I'm just gonna take both of them moves, and right after I can respond with a Body Slam to finish off that Gligar super easy, keeping my shields for the end game as well. So the battle is definitely not over yet. At the back they have, what is this? Okay, the mini Kyurem? Yeah, that one, let's call it like this. The mini Kyurem will get to the Avalanche, which is scary, but right after we have the dig for massive damage. They can still survive to my surprise. I thought they were kinda glacier, and right after we have the aerial ace to finish off that poor Pokemon. So it all depends if Lickitung can farm down. No, it cannot. 1 HP and the Dream with very bad IVs on my Gligar because I do not have any other one, and of course that is gonna be a very good battle for our team. Into the next one now with the Deoxys up in front, very good lead for our team, and right after that Psycho Boost, we're gonna see that they have the Umbreon. Once again I have a feeling that they're trying to bait out my fighter, but I have to throw it, otherwise I have no chance at all. Hopefully we can have two general Pokemon in the back with Gligar and Lickitung, which can both work pretty well against Deoxys and perhaps against whatever they have as their third Pokemon. So a lot of trainers are using Umbreon, Alola Sunsless as you saw before, or a Lickitung to draw out the fighter so that they can have a better outcome, but still let's see how this is gonna unfold for their third Pokemon. So I'm expecting the Deoxys for now to return. Down we go to those counters, and now Lickitung will emerge. I have a feeling that at the back might have a Steel type, so that's why I bring my Lickitung over here. If they have a Nice type, well, I think we're kinda doomed like before with the Dugong, but we still won back there, right? Right. So anyways, gonna switch out now to my Gligar and the dig. I don't know why I did it. I dig it. bad one, and I think that perhaps RLAs could have been the better option, still was gonna knock them out. But anyways, back to the battle. We're having here the Greninja. So they had a double dark. They wanted to bait out my Medicham with their Umbreon so that Greninja could be on a much safer spot on the closing part. Hopefully though, we can still survive those water shurikens and we can still go with a big damage output on their Pokemon. So right here, they're still gonna reach to their Hydro Cannon to finish me down, but Gligar is still alive and we can finish off with that final wing attack. Into the final one now, and we're having Medicham up in front once again. Not the best, not the worst, kinda even I would say, because right here the RLAs can still be taken by the Medicham, while the Ice Punch is gonna hurt us a lot. We can still survive one, but still not at a very easy point. So I know that they need 6 for the first, 6 for the second, so I'm just gonna go ahead and throw on the CMPs, and right after this RLAs will provoke their first shield. So in the 2-shield scenario we can easily finish them off, and I'm trying to snipe down here with Lickitung. I wanted to bring Lickitung as soon as possible to bait out whatever they have at the back to see how they want to respond, because Lickitung overall is a very safe pick. So yeah, anyways, and with Medicham out of the way, perhaps they do not have any other fighter at all. So over here this Stunfisk is gonna do tremendous amount of work against my Pokemon, but still they cannot finish me off right on time, which means that we can reach on that final Power Whip before we go down, able to do a lot of damage on that Pokemon and able to snipe down the process with our counters. So they had a double anti-flyer at the back, and we have no flyer at all, at least not a flyer that is afraid of those Pokemon, because the only flying type Pokemon that we have is obviously our Gligar over here, which can also do a lot of work against their team. So right now we're just gonna get to the double Ice Punch to threaten them a lot, and as you can see this is gonna work fantastically good. So down goes a nice chunk of their completely HP, of the complete HP, and they have still the shield up. So a double RLAs here will be most likely more than enough to seal the deal, and that is gonna close this video with an amazing win against an amazing trainer. Thank you for watching, trainers, and for staying till the end. Just be sure to leave a huge like before you go, and please consider subscribing to my channel if you want to see more of my content here on YouTube. Doing so, I have 2 videos for you to check out, so feel free to check either one of them, and I will see you all into our next upload.